Hello guys, this is Lethe Art Studio with a video on how to color a chibi. In this drawing tutorial we are making Rukia as a Shinigami holding her katana. At first we color the clothes of our chibi Rukia. We cover the entire mantle area with a black water pencil. Use a light pressure while you are doing this because we want to have variations. More color means more shadow, so with different color densities we can have different shading along the mantle cloth. We are trying to keep the color inside the line borders. Even though it is a pencil, it is still difficult to erase out of border lines completely. In order to do that, we cover with our pencil in slow and careful movements. With more dense and intense lines where we want shadow, and more sparse and light lines where the light reaches. With the same black watercolor pencil we are covering our chibi's hair. Press your pencil more when you cover areas that are behind or below others. This way you can create depth, because light reaches the first volume it meets. As close to the light as you are, the shinier the object is. While you're moving away from light, the objects become darker and less affected by light. Grab a water brush and start covering the black areas we just made. Try to apply it equally along the surfaces and keep the dark areas dark and the bright ones bright. With water, you can pull color material wherever you like. However, try to avoid that in order to keep the shading as you did earlier. To have a good control of water in your drawing, just keep the water levels low. This means that you may need to dry your brush every now and then. More water can have a negative effect on your colored chibi, and you cannot easily have less. On the other hand, few water is nice because you can add more whenever you want to. When you color adjacent areas, there can be problems. Here we are using the same color, so the only thing that can happen is some black to leak to another black area. But if the two areas have different colors, the leaking can be disastrous. With this workflow you can avoid this problem, because with this technique you follow borders. These borders not only present the geometry of our characters, they also operate as color borders. Borders to prevent leaks. Of course, only if you follow them. Another thing that may help you when using watercolors is to color non-adjacent areas. Give your papers time to dry. And when you use water near a colored area, the leaks will be fewer to none. The colored area will be dry already, and the water puddles you add won't affect it that much. While you continue covering the mantle, try keeping the dark areas dark so that the cloth wrinkles keep their depth. After having covered with water the whole mantle and hair, we can use a different color. It is now time to color the skin parts. This time I'm trying to use the color marker directly on paper. This color is intense, so I start using it on the dark areas of skin. With a water brush, we need to spread this color towards the light areas. You can control color easier this way. And you will not have two dark surfaces immediately. When you do things slowly, you can control your shadings and colors. Spread the marker's color and keep the skin tone light. If it is too bright, you can add more color with your marker. With a supporting paper on your side, add more color for your chibi's skin with a water brush. When her face and hands finally have the skin tone we want, we can proceed with the rest of our coloring session. Our next color will be light gray, for our Shinigami's secondary clothes. The cloth below the mantle that is shown at her sleeves and her chest, and also the ribbon that is tied around her waist. Use some color for the light areas and some more for the dark ones. You can have a darker gray water pencil to have more contrast for your ribbon. I like using different shades or different hue of colors. They can make drawings more interesting. Rukia's socks are white as well, so we need to make some shadow on top of them with the grey pencil, and with the water brush we will blend and spread it. With the same color we cover the katana. Its case is a shade of brown. We're adding both grey and brown to do it, and maybe some black to have such a result. A water brush can blend this all. Step by step our chibi Rukia is getting colored. Her eyes need to be intense enough, so we use a little bit of brown and black to them. Her slippers are light brown, and with a brown water pencil we cover the V shape and the sole. Blend the colors with a brush. They are a small part of our drawing and have two small areas to cover. The smaller the area is, the more easily the mistakes can happen. Be careful with tiny areas, because they can ruin your drawings. The first coloring layer is complete. To have more depth in your chibi, grab a black water pencil. Dive it into water to make it pour more color. Our drawing is a little moist, so the color is blended easily. Add black to the places you need to have even darker than before. Variations to the mantle cloth will make it look more three-dimensional. And we want that. We don't want a flat and boring chibi. With bumped areas of color, the drawings become more interesting. With the same pencil but with lighter movements, we can make some areas that are not too dark more intense, like our feet and slippers and some skin areas. And now that the brush section is over, we can make some black lines black again. A black marker will be our companion. The watercolors covered some of our previous lines and made them lose their strength. A black ink pen on top of this watercolor layer will be the best choice to make them bold again. Maybe some normal black color pencil can make some areas even darker. Let's use that too. And there we are, our chibi Rukia is colored. I hope you liked my video and tips. Hit the subscribe button to support my art and suggest new characters in the comments below. Thank you for drawing with me, and I'll see you soon with the next video. Bye guys.